Hey there, I'm Sebastian. This is the Cyber Casual YouTube channel where you get insights and knowledge across reality and artificial intelligence. And I'm super excited and I'm super nervous because this is the very first live stream of this channel, of Cyber Casual. Woo! Premiere. Um, I'm not sure how this video will be, but I'm pretty sure we will get the best out of it. Basically, it's about probably the Apple acquisition of Silk Labs and what it reveals about Apple's AI strategy for the near future. Also, this live stream probably shows how bad my English skills are and how nervous I'm in front of camera, which you won't see when you're watching my weekly content, because I'll finally edited, sliced into a nice edit, and yeah, you will see. But what happens? What happens in the last couple of days, which what leads me to this video? And I will show you my desktop screen. This is an article of the TechCrunch magazine, and it's a little bit older than 1 week. And it says, Apple puts its next generation of AI into sharper focus as it picks up Silk Labs. And this is only one article from the internet talking about this event. There are several more, and none of them get a comment, an official comment from Apple itself. But we can be pretty sure that Apple acquires, that's a correct word, the company Silk Labs. For example, if you look on Crunchbase, and we have the profile of Crunchbase here, you can see that it says it's acquired by Apple, and this is more or less official. But what is Silk Labs? Let's have a quick look on Silk Labs. I'm here on the website of this company, and it says state-of-the-art artificial intelligence. And as you can see, it's all about deep learning processes, and it's using the latest advances in deep neural networks, and it powers businesses to build the next generation of intelligent connected devices. And let's see how they do it. So as I said, it's an AI company, it's an AI startup. I think it was founded in 2016 maybe, or in 2015, as it says here, in June 2015, and it focuses on deep learning. I don't think we need to go in detail about what is the power of deep learning, which is saying here it's resilient cognition, always improving, hyper innovative, and so on. But the cool thing is that it's built on devices. So why on devices? It's that they do a lot of this machine learning, deep learning stuff, more deep learning, not machine learning, to detect people, to detect the facial recognition or objects or audio, and it has a lot of AI power in it. So the Silk Labs had a Kickstarter company in 2016. I will switch back to the live stream for a second so you can see me better. Yeah, there you go. So Silk Labs had a big Kickstarter campaign in 2016 where they had basically the first product, the Sense, a smart home technology device or a smart home assistant, and it was built with an AI technology that ran locally on user devices. But unfortunately, this device never made it to the market. I think they got $4 million on that Kickstarter campaign, and they had a great team. The CTO of Firefox was in the startup, or still is maybe. No, I think he left. And also a general director of Qualcomm. And they had this very successful Kickstarter campaign, but I don't know the circumstances why they don't get it to the market, but that was the point in 2018, yeah, earlier this year, and most of the people left the company. But its underlying technology was that interesting thing what makes Apple acquires this company. Because let's have a look on it on a strategic side, on a strategic view, and comparison to Google. Why Google? You will see in this live stream, in this video, why this is important. Because if we see, I will switch back to my desktop for a second. If we see the list of mergers and acquisitions of Google, you can see that that's a lot, and they had their first acquisition regarding AI in 2016 by this German startup, Germany, Nevenvision, which made some kind of computer vision. And if you look through the history of all acquisitions in AI, it's more like taking PR hits by Google, while if you go through the acquisition of Apple, it's more focused on providing the most ubiquitous, accessible AI-powered services. And I will not go in detail about others, for example, Amazon, but Amazon, for example, would be interesting in comparison, which we talk about later as well. So only focus on Google and Apple, especially Apple. And yeah, on a software basis, maybe the last of Google was interesting Onward, which is a cloud-based service using natural language processing to communicate with customers at scale. But now with Silk Labs, you have a more privacy-orientated startup on the side of Apple. And I think this is the key. Maybe you know the user experience pyramid. It's similar to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And this is the simple version of it. This is how software should be on different levels, that it's the most joy of use, the most on the very best user experience inside of it. And it's very important that it's accessible. On the second level, it's the utility. On the third level, it's the usability. And this is all a need. It should be accessible. That is the basis. That's the most important thing. It should be. It should have a lot of utility, because if it don't have, you can access the app, but you cannot use it. That would be very bad. And then it should this usability should be on the next level, because it should be easy to use. And the last one is the joy of use. So is it fun to use this software? So this is the hierarchy of needs from Maslow based on a user experience. And a second picture is a different version of it. And it should be useful or functional, reliable, usable, convenient, pleasurable, and meaningful, based on the experience, so based on the people, more specified. This as a basis. And if we see the acquisitions of Google and of Apple and what they've done in the past, and the products they have and the products they develop right now in AI or in general, you can see that Google is more like the ease of use and accessibility, and think this will outweigh consumer privacy concerns. And this is always the critique about Google in general, especially in Europe, I think, but on a global basis, it should be the same. Or Facebook as well, by the way, that they don't they don't have a good consumer privacy, and they do a lot with the data, and it's a legal gray area where they act. But they have a good ease of use and of course a very good accessibility. And if we look back on the pyramid of needs, the user experience pyramid, you can see that these are important things. It's the basis and the top. But if we then look what Apple does, they have now, not only with Silk Labs, but they have in general a strong focus on privacy, and I think they will continue this to be, or to have a differentiating factor for consumers. And if we go back to the pyramid, you see in the first one, as I said, Google focus on accessibility and an ease of use, or the joy of use. It's something between here, I would say. It's the joy of use is more like the fun and the joy, and it's the coolest app I've ever used. So I really enjoy using this app. That's why I had this app on my smartphone or whatever. Usability is more like the usability itself. So the ease of use would something between here. But if we look more on a user data or user oriented, the consumer privacy probably is located here at the meaningful area. So it has a personal significance. And if we think about the artificial intelligence discussions which are right now existing in the market, and it's a lot about privacy, consumer privacy, what happens with the data, are the data, or is the data safe? And then from a European side, if we have a European look on this discussion, it's always the critic on Google and Facebook saying, hey, Google and Facebook don't that data secure, or maybe not that data secure, not that consumer data secure, and they do a lot of good things, but also a lot of bad things with our data. And now there comes artificial intelligence, and especially Google already has a very strong position on the artificial intelligence market, and they acquire more and more companies to get even better, and they use the data for more. Is this cool? So can we live with that? And from that point of view, I think it's very clever from Apple, which had lost some market shares on the AI or in the technology market itself in the last couple of years, but saying, hey, the consumers love their privacy. They want their privacy. They want to know what happens with the user data. They don't want to save the user data somewhere on the server in the US, or they want to decide by themselves what happens with the user data. It's very clever to use a more consumer privacy orientated strategy. And all these things are on a software basis. And if we make another step to the hardware basis, I don't have any content on my screen for that, but to make it very short, the HomePod is like on an artificial intelligence basis that hardware which is from Apple on the market, and it's only on number 3 because it's already behind the Amazon and Google device. And you can see that the Amazon and Google devices get even better and better, while the HomePod hasn't that rapid growth on its development, on its technology and usability and everything like that. But same thing again, Amazon and Google are using the user data in a more, or in a way where most of the people are insecure what to think about it. And again, it's clever from Apple to use this consumer privacy strategy again here, I think. So as a summary, as a conclusion, you can see Apple is going on a more data secure way, both on a software and on a hardware basis. And because of the said things, I think it is very clever. I think it's a good strategy, especially from a European side of view. I made a video 2 days ago. I uploaded it 2 days ago about the new copyright law, the Article 13. I can link it somewhere here, I think, saying what the European Parliament is planning with the copyright in Europe, and it will have a very big impact. Many European YouTube users, for example, won't be able to watch content from the US and from Asia, and I think they will make also some changes about the data security. We also had the new data security law in Europe since some month, and there are a lot of things happen or going to happen here on a security basis. So, of course, Europe is not everything, and also the Asian and the American market is very interesting on a global level. But if we have these strict rules in Europe, maybe the US market or maybe the Asian market needs to adjust their laws also, and then we have again a good standing from European side. And then if we have a look on the strategy today, Apple will have a good standing point again, and this can make a real big impact on its global standing. So, a lot of talking, a lot of as, ums, and wrong grammar and bad English skills. But hopefully you understand everything, got the point. I'm not sure how that thing worked. Hopefully it was loud enough. I can see it here in my mixer and stuff, but I'm not very familiar with live streaming, so I hope you forgive me on that point. So there was like the battle of philosophies of the big tech top 5, and as a little preview on what will happen next on my channel has something to do with this. Of course, I will do a lot of more live streams in the future, but also in 2019 there will be some kind of business analysis from the tech top 5. And this channel, as I said at the beginning, is about knowledge and insights of cross-reality and artificial intelligence. So of course I will focus on these technologies, on those analyses. So I will analyze Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook and Microsoft on what they're doing in cross-reality, on their strategy, what they're doing in artificial 2019, but also there will be some more artificial intelligence videos on my channel as well. Also cross-reality, and while talking about streaming, for all the subscribers who already are familiar with my content, with my channel, I'm pretty happy to announce that I started a Twitch channel, finally, where I'm playing the coolest VR experiences on the market, which are able to stream. And I had invested a lot of time to make this possible, because it's not that easy to stream virtual reality, for example, right now. I will link it in the description as well, and you will easily find it. And that's it for me. Success, whatever. I made it. I finally made it. The first live stream of the Cyber Casual YouTube channel. I'm pretty happy, and I don't know if there's some chat things going on. Of course not. This channel is at 24 subscribers at the moment, November the 30th. So, yeah, would be. Yeah, and I didn't expect that where some things happen, but again, this live stream is recorded. the live stream will probably upload it on YouTube as well. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to see the series of the business analysis of the Tech Top 5, to see more AI videos, to see more XR videos, and to see more live streams. And yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for watching again. See you soon. Bye bye. Tschüss.